everybody. Welcome to our fall kickoff recap. If you weren't at the meeting, you missed a heck of a time. We were absolutely packed in the green room. I believe there was somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 60 people that showed up, so I'm not sure how much more we could have fit in there, to be honest. But if you did miss it, of course, I have your recap ready right now for you, so let's get into it. So our summer season recap, our summer season started with our Roaring 20s casino night. And as you can see by these pictures, we had an absolute blast. We made a little, almost about $4,000. It was like $3,900 something dollars in profit from that evening. So thank you to everybody that came and supported. And I hope you had a ton of fun. Hopefully we will get to do this again next year. The next thing we did in our summer was our teen showcase, which was the first time we've ever tried anything like this, where it was just basically like a big talent showcase of all of our local youth. And I think it went fantastic. We learned a couple things about maybe doing it at a different time of the year. Doing it when we did was kind of tough with everybody graduating from school and everything right around the time that we had auditions. I think that we could definitely pick a different time next year and have a bigger turnout. But luckily, everybody that did get a chance to audition was amazing, and we had an awesome show, and we did sell 150 tickets and profited $600. And so all of those all the revenue from those two events went to fund our two big musicals. Obviously the first one was, just kidding, we're doing summer skills camp first. So we had the summer skills camp once again this year. It went phenomenal. We had 22 kids, I believe, and we did make a profit of about $1,500, and the kids had a blast. Shout out to everybody that helped with this. We had acting day, dance day, vocal day, improv day, and technical theater day. So these are just a couple of shots from the camp. We'll do it again next year, but actually next year we might be doing something a little different and putting on a little show at the end. So it might be structured a bit differently next year. But those three things all funded our musicals. And the first one that we did this summer was Newsies Jr. The kids were phenomenal. We sold out every single show. These are some great pics that kind of show you the enthusiasm of this group. I mean, it was incredible. Not to mention the set was incredible, and the backdrop and the contrarian and everything came together to make this event just absolutely mind-blowing. And I think the kids all had a blast, and everybody that went and saw the show saw that they were having a blast, and they all had a blast watching it. So shout out and congratulations to everybody that was involved in Newsies Jr. Super, super proud of you guys. And the next one we did just a couple weeks later was Oklahoma. And of course I am biased because I was the director of the show, but I was so incredibly proud of everything that we accomplished here. It was obviously 2 weeks after Newsies, so we were exhausted, those of us that were in both, and Chris Vansel had very little time to turn around and build the set for this, but he did it, and he starred in the show, as you can see on the top left here. There's Chris Vansel. But these are some shots from our show. It was amazing. The talent in this show was unreal, and I cannot wait to see what they all do next year with our musical, and stay tuned to find out what that is at our December 1st meeting. And then, of course, we had to celebrate after both of our shows with giant pool parties. So the youth had their own pool parties at a couple of the cast members' house, and then the Oklahoma cast had our pool party at Bill Seek's house, who was in the cast. And thank you to everybody that hosted. We had an absolute blast, as you can see here, and we can't wait to do it again next year. So now let's talk about the financials from the summer. So our summer youth musical, Newsies, it raised $8,293 in profit, and Oklahoma was $4,500. Both of those include $6,000 from the Festus Tourism Commission, which is very exciting. And if you are confused as to why Newsies made more than Oklahoma, even though both shows did sell out, which is awesome, it's because Oklahoma, the rights to do that show were I believe $5,600, and the rights to do Newsies was $2,500. So there's a pretty huge difference there in the rights alone. And then also Leader Publications, shout out to them. They did print all of our programs for Newsies on them. And then for Oklahoma, we just obviously had to buy them like normal, and that was $1,000 alone just for the programs. So that's where the huge difference is. So other than those two things, which, couldn't have been helped, these both were hugely profitable shows. We are thrilled with this, very, very happy. Our profit versus loss for the whole summer, our revenue was 22,333, our expenses 13,500, and then our summer profit $8,760, which is perfect because that leaves our bank balance at 24,372, and that's not including the 12,000 from the Festus Tourism Commission because we still have to get that check from them now that the shows are over and we have to turn in all of our receipts and everything for reimbursement. So we'll actually have 36,000 here very shortly, which is awesome because we are obviously going into the season where we now have to buy all of the rights for the 2025 season. So that's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So this is perfect. It has set us up wonderfully. Hugely successful summer. I am so thrilled with this. And I think everybody that is a part of Spotlight would tell you that they're super proud of this as well. So yay. Okay, moving on. One of the things that did allow us to do was to buy our own lighting system. So this is just one of the screenshots of one of the items, but we did buy our own lighting system that we're going to be using for the Odd Couple in November. And it's very exciting. It's LED lights, and we got the light bar and the all of the lighting elements that go with it. I honestly don't even know what these things are called, but I do know that they're all the right things because the people that do know are the ones who told me to buy these things. So we're excited to learn this once we get it all set up, and we will have our own lighting. Last year's musical allowed us to buy our own sound system, and this one allowed us to buy our own lighting. So pretty cool. Next up, let's move right into our fall season. Huge shout out and congratulations to our cast for The Odd Couple. As you can see by the screen, this is an insanely talented group. If you guys know any of these people, then you know that they're awesome. But we do have a couple of new faces in this cast, which is very exciting. We love seeing new people. And this is going to be at the Marquee on November 7th through 10th. So look for tickets to be out soon for that. And congratulations to everybody that got cast. It was an awesome turnout. I'm actually going to skip this slide because tech crew applications were due yesterday. So no longer can apply for this. We had 33 people, I believe, apply for tech crew, so we are good on that. If you missed the boat for this one, then make sure to look for the murder mystery tech crew applications. Murder mystery, what is that? Well, let's talk about that. Murder mystery. This is called Murder is on the Air, and it is a dinner theater, and it's going to be held at the Marquee again on October 11th and 12th. The auditions to be in this, there's not that many spots to sign up to audition because it's a pretty small cast, and it's only for 14 to 19-year-olds, okay? So if you do want a spot to audition, now would be the time to sign up if there are any slots left, and here's the QR code to do that. If you want to work tech, we do need some tech people, especially servers and front of house for this. We will need that and some kitchen help. So scan one of these QR codes if you want to be a part of this, because I know there's not a ton of spots for this one. So yeah, look for this. This will be a really fun night. All right, so it is officially our volunteer season. This is always the season whenever everybody reaches out to us and they want Spotlight to come and do things for their like their schools or all the different things around the town, which is awesome. And we obviously are going to do that because we love doing that. So the first thing is Twin City Days this Saturday. We have a couple more spots left to fill for volunteering for Saturday. It basically, if you've never been a part of a volunteer thing that we do, you just show up, you have fun, we tell you what to do, and then you go home. That's it. It's very easy. You don't have to be stressed out about it or anything. We are super welcoming to everybody that's new. But so Twin City Days will be set up right outside of the green room. And if you do come, dress in your Spotlight show shirts from the past or any Spotlight merch. If you don't have those yet, if you just found us, that's totally fine. Any theater shirt will work really. But if you don't have theater shirts, obviously you can wear whatever you want. Just be comfortable. And this year we have a Plinko board that Amy Perry made that is incredible. And people will play that and they'll get prizes. And she has a bunch of prizes. And then we'll have our table set up with flyers and things. So that's the whole point of Twin City Days for us, is to get the word out about Spotlight and to, get people over to our table, talk to them about Spotlight, and then of course let them have fun with the Plinko board. And of course we'll be playing music and stuff as well. And the green room will be open, so you guys can come in. If you do work a shift, it's like a 1 hour slot, and you can come in, you can cool off if it's hot, or just chill out afterwards or whatever. It'll be open the whole time. I'll show you guys where to sign up for these things after this next slide here. So these are the other 4 things that we're doing this season that we will need volunteers for. The trunk or treat at Midwest Regional Bank. That is where we open up the trunk of my car, we fill it with candy, we hand it out to the trick-or-treaters in the parking lot of Midwest Regional Bank. It's a really cool thing. We did it last year and it's easy peasy. But if you do volunteer for that one, you do have to show up in costume, so keep that in mind. 6 to 7:30 though, low commitment. It won't take too long at all and will be super fun. The next one is the Fall Festival at Festus Elementary. This one, we decided that this time we're going to do like decorating masks. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do the kind of masks that you color like with markers, or there's also these really cool ones that are like, they're like black and then you scratch them and there's like color underneath the black part, so it like scratches the designs in it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's cool. But we might get those instead. So this will be October 19th, 11 to 2. I do have that one just scheduled for the whole thing because it's only 3 hours, so I figure whoever starts it probably could just do the whole thing. But we're looking for, I think I put 6 people down, 5 or 6 people for that one. And then Spooktacular on Main Street. This is, of course, just on Main Street, same spot we're doing Twin City Days, right in front of the green room. Now, you do need to show up in costume for this one, and it's just handing candy out and flyers to all the trick-or-treaters that come down Main Street. And then the last one is the Holiday Market. This one is a little bit different, and we'll talk about that here in a sec, but the Holiday Market is going to be put on by Leader Publications, but it is being held at Festus Elementary. And they called us and asked us if we would bring a holiday choir and perform at noon, which I think it's only a 30-minute slot, but I just put noon to 1 to be safe. So Debbie, our music director, is going to select 9 to 12 people, and she's going to split them into the different like vocal parts, like soprano, alto, bass, tenor, baritone if we have it. And she's going to have probably about 8 rehearsals to get a full 30-minute slot of music learned and rehearsed and ready to perform. The good news is, if you want to be a part of this holiday choir, you can not only perform at this holiday market, but you can also perform at our holiday showcase in December as one of the acts, and then also at what is the other thing? There's 3 Christmassy things. The Stocking Stroll on Main Street. They usually want us to sing on Main Street as well, so we usually stand right underneath the green room awning right out front and sing there too. So 3 chances to perform if you want to be a part of this choir. It's going to be amazing because Debbie knows what she's doing, and you will all sound beautiful. Well, hopefully I'll be in it too, so we will all sound beautiful. And I am going to actually show you guys where to do these sign-ups. So on our website here, I went through and kind of updated a bunch of stuff today, which, by the way, our website is about to get a huge revamp, and we're working on that on the back end. It's going to be very, very exciting. So if you go to Get Involved on the menu, and you go to Volunteer for Fall Events, it's that very first one. This is going to take you to the sign-up genus to sign up for these 4 things: Fall Festival, Trunk or Treat, Twin City Days, and Spooktacular. And then also the auditions is on here as well, because that is a 10-minute slot type of audition. So we used Sign Up Genus because that's set up for that kind of a thing. So this Saturday, like Twin City Days, and it might even be full, but all slots filled, all slots filled. 1 slot, so you can see right here where it's got the slots. So we need 1 more volunteer from 11 to noon, 1 more from noon to 1, 1 from 1 to 2, and that's it. So we really just need 3 more volunteers. Crazy. So yeah, if you want to volunteer, that is where you're going to find it. And then go back to our website here. If you want to be a part of the holiday choir, it's in that same spot under Get Involved, and click Join the Holiday Choir. This is going to take you to a little form that you're going to fill out, because Debbie needs to know what vocal parts you can sing. So if you can sing multiple, you can select multiple. So go ahead and do that. And then you'll have to choose which things you're available for, so that she will know that whenever she selects her group. If you're only available for like 2 out of the 3, that's not necessarily going to disqualify you, because there might be somebody else that's available for 1 but not the other 2, and you guys might match up, and so we can just swap you out. So just keep that in mind. If you are interested, make sure to do that. Okay, next up, there we go, sorry. All right. Our 2025 season submissions are due September 20th. Scan this QR code, and I'm just now realizing I did not put this on the website today. Whoops. I will put that on there as soon as I finish this video. This is for if you are interested in directing, especially for ATS next year, or if you're interested in directing a different play next year, like a fall play or something, or if you just want to see us do a show and you have no interest in directing, you just want to see us do a show. All of those options are on this form. So go ahead and scan this and submit your ideas, and the board will review it. And we are selecting our 2025 season at our next board meeting. So that's why they're due September 20th, because we've got to get on the ball with 2025 submissions so that we can get all of the rights purchased, so that we have the time to get them all approved, so that we can then start finding venues and make sure that that's actually going to work. And then, of course, we'll be able to announce everything on December 1st at our winter kickoff meeting. All that being said, if anyone has a connection at Herculaneum or Festus in their theater worlds, we would love to talk to them about using their space for the big summer musical, because I am concerned that the Contrarian is not going to be large enough for the summer musical next year. So that puts us at a little bit of a disadvantage, and we need to kind of find a bigger space than that, as much as we love the Contrarian. And we do hope to use the Contrarian next year for a couple of different things, but I don't think our musical is going to fit in there, just because they don't have wings, and this musical would need wing space and stuff. So if you guys have connections, please hook us up with them, because we don't really know anybody over there. So that would be great. Another thing I want to show you is our props inventory management system is live. What is that, you might ask? Well, so our props management system is now on the website under About Us. If you go to our props inventory, this is now public for everybody to see. So if you're like, hey, you know what? I forgot. I let Spotlight use this item of mine for a certain play and I never got it back. Go on here and look and see if it's on here, because if it's on here, then I know exactly where it's at, because we officially have everything cataloged: the quantity, the image, the color, what tote number it's in, dimensions, any notes, any what shows they were in, and then what type of thing, whether it's prop, set, miscellaneous, whatever. And then, of course, everything is currently being housed at APB storage. But this is an amazing system, because there's like, I don't know, 500 things in here or something. It's crazy. So it's cool because you can search right up here on the top right. So like, let's say you wanted to search for a feather duster. You can just type in the word feather and it will take a second. There we go. It'll pop right up and it'll tell me it's in tote number 22, and I can click on it and see what it looks like, and well, bam, there are the feather dusters, and those were used in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Farm. So you could also search by show, which is really cool. So anyways, this is very exciting that this is all done, because hopefully eventually other theaters will get on board with this, and then we can maybe just know who has what in the area, and we can start sharing rather than buying all new things for different shows. So that's a thing, and I'm very, very thrilled it exists. And thank you to Lynn Siebert and Debbie for helping me go through and take pictures of all of these items, because it is a lot of stuff. All right, next. So next we are officially offering vocal coaching, acting lessons, dance lessons, and piano lessons through 3 of our esteemed spotlighters: Debbie Anderson, Charlie Libitska, and Kaylin Brooke. If you want to check this out, there is a link on our website as well as on the Green Room website. So if you're on the Spotlight website and you're under Get Involved, you can go to one-on-one classes. And then here's all the info about each thing, a little bios about everybody. Of course, if you're part of Spotlight, you already know who these 3 wonderful people are. But if you are interested in taking these one-on-one lessons, they will all be held at the Green Room. And you know, I have nothing but wonderful things to say about all 3 of these people, and they will do a fantastic job and you will have fun. So that is now a thing. All right, next. Okay, so this is the biggest news, I guess, is the restructuring of the board. So I am no longer on the board of directors, and that is because the board officially voted to make me an official employee of Spotlight Community Theater, which is very exciting, and I am humbled and honored by this. And as an employee of Spotlight, you can't be on the board. That is against the rules. So they voted me off so that they could actually pay me, which is amazing and not expected and all of that. And I'm just thrilled, and you know, all the things. I get awkward about this, you know this, but the board is restructured now. So if you go to our leadership page under About Us, you will see that I am, of course, the executive director and founder. And then you can scroll down to board of directors and you can see that Samantha Robertson has taken my place as president, and Lynn Siebert is vice president, Amy Smith is still secretary, and then Debbie stepped in as treasurer. And then, of course, we have the rest of the board members here. Now, all of that being said, our board terms actually expire at the end of this year. So we are now accepting board applications. They're due November 30th. If you are interested in being on the board of directors, apply. It's a pretty short form, but you fill it out. And then in December, at our December board meeting, then they will vote to bring on new board members. And then there might be some board members that are currently there that may not want to do a second term. We don't know that yet, but schedules change and all of that. So we'll have plenty of openings if anybody would like to be a part of the Spotlight board and be one of the voices that shape the future of Spotlight, because we have a lot of fun at our board meetings, and it's once a month, and you do have to come to at least 8 meetings a year, and you have to be at least 18 years old. And the board term is for 2 years, by the way. So they would start in January, and applications are due November 30th. And I think that is all about the board stuff. Yep. Oh, applications, blah, blah, blah. There we go. And last but not least, getting involved. If you have not already filled out this form, if you're like, oh, I already am a part of Spotlight, I don't need to do any other form thing, but you're wondering why you never get my emails, it's because you never filled this form out. So make sure to fill out this form. It's very fast to fill it out. And if you are watching this on your phone and you can't scan it from here, it's also on our website. It's also on our Facebook page. It's right on the homepage. So if you're on the homepage, get involved. Boom, right there. If you're on the Facebook page, it's the little button that says learn more underneath our header photo. And the reason that's important is it's what actually puts you into the Spotlight database, and so that way you get all of my emails. And I promise I only send one a month unless there's something crazy going on, but once a month on the 1st usually I send out the monthly newsletter. Today is obviously different because I had to wait to do the video recap because every 3 months we have the kickoff meeting, and I always want to include that. So every 3 months it'll be a couple days late, but other than that, it's on the 1st, and it gives you updates of everything going on, how to be involved, and then follow, and share us on all of our socials, and then that way you'll never miss a beat. And then lastly, if you want to support us financially in a financial way, you can become a paid Spotlight member. And there are perks to this. It's not just throwing money away, I promise you. We use it all for very good causes. Obviously, we know theater is expensive. But if you want to do the annual plan, then you would get early bird access to tickets, and you would get VIP reserved seating. So if you did go to one of our shows, which were all sold out this summer, and you saw those pretty red VIP ribbon things over the chairs, that's because they were paid members. So if you want to be one of those special MVPs, then this is where you want to be. Or you could do the $25 or $15 a month option, and there's still obviously recognition in the programs, early announcement emails, ticket lotteries when we do those. So there's lots of perks to becoming a member, and obviously you're supporting a wonderful cause. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, so it's all tax deductible. And that is my spiel on becoming a member. I think that is everything. It was a packed fall kickoff meeting, and I'm super thrilled that everybody got to come. And for those of you that didn't, I hope this was all encompassing. And this is 23 and a half minutes already. So I think this is definitely the most content we've had at a kickoff meeting yet. So apologies for the long video, but thank you for staying with me if you did. And we will see you at the murder mystery auditions, which will be next thing on the list. Have a wonderful day, everybody.